due to the fact that there are all of these regulations and these systems, and I know that they have systems in place. However, there was no talk about this communication, which I find strange. And if they did the 70-mile radius, then there would be national forests included in this search, as well as several other things. So I just find it really disconcerting that they do not have more detailed information, yet we know so much about like silly things like who this investigator is, what their name is, what company he has, all of these different things. Yet we don't have a greater detail about this gentleman. And especially this day and age where I know very well that you can be in Messenger, and if you connect it to Wi-Fi, that Messenger has details that of who everyone else that's logged into that Wi-Fi. You have ways to share information from phones. The information from that phone has got to be more than what it is, unless as soon as they took this gentleman, because it's very clear that he was taken. And in that, I just can't, I guess it's wild to know that the possibility out there is that someone can be taken because they found out information that someone else doesn't want to have exposed. That's how I see this situation. I do not see it as someone who was losing his mind over that ridiculous girl from the Instacart deliveries. So why is he delivering Instacart deliveries if he's working as a hydrogeologist? That doesn't even make sense, but they did have conversations. So I don't I don't know that she would be involved any further, but it's almost weird. The information is egotistical in the sense that, oh, he wouldn't leave her alone. I just find it very difficult to see a gentleman this day and age that won't leave a girl alone when there's like a billion free ones that you can have on the internet. You know, it's kind of how it is. So, anyway, a little too much vanity as far as I'm concerned. However, I also understand that there are many women of this world who would pick a bear over a stranger in the woods. Okay? So I'm not denying any of those things either. Sticking on this gentleman and the subject at hand, why are we just promoting geologists? It was his undergrad. He's a college graduate. He is actually a geobiologist. Okay? It changes the perspective of the language. Um, there's got to be more information on that phone or ways to access deleted files, you know, all of those types of things. I know that the FBI can do things like that. So why hasn't this been turned over to them if you don't have the equipment to be able to see everything that's been on that phone? Why don't we have greater details of the radius that you actually investigated? One of the things that is continually coming to mind as well, why aren't park rangers being talked about? Because I've heard about the county and I've heard about the local. So park rangers are involved in park areas. Indigenous peoples are involved in the places y'all put them. So what is the problem here? What can't we figure out? What is it that is stopping you from doing anything else? It's been 2 years. We've been able to do fingerprints and DNA and everything. You tell me there's no fingerprints on there? And again, that would show foul play. There's a lack of actual police cooperation. I'll just go there. Um, and we seem to be inept. We're supposed to be adept at everything that we understand. So why isn't you're not doing your job properly? Are you overwhelmed with disappearances? That, I guess that's my next question. And if that's the case, I guess I'll be adding to this video.